Hi guys, my name is Sensei Jono Leepo and I'm standing in for Sensei Paul Nothnagel. Today we're doing a Q&A session with the man that brought judo to South Africa. How's it, Norman? Alright, so the first main question viewers want to know out there is why Shian instead of Sensei?
Okay, that's very simple. Sensei is literally a teacher. Sensei means teacher, okay? And Shian means professor. 7th dan up, you're regarded as a professor of your art.
Your dad was one of the founders of judo in South Africa. Could you just go through the journey of that?
Okay, my father came to South Africa in the early 30s. He was brought out here to wrestle, a wrestling promoter here. And he fell in love with the country and he decided he wanted to come back here, which he did do, and he started teaching judo. He pioneered judo in South Africa. You know, there was no judo clubs around. He started judo here in South Africa, right through the 30s. Up to the 40s, and I think right up to the 50s before there was any real interaction of other people that were doing judo. Yeah. My father was never graded by Japanese. He came from the north of England, and he came from a wrestling stock. The two counties called Cumberland and Westmoreland. They called it C&W. They wrestled out in the moors, the fields, and he was a world champion in that. It was very akin to judo. You know, there was no judo clubs around. He started judo here in South Africa, right through the 30s, up to the 40s, and I think right up to the 50s before there was any real interaction of other people that were doing judo. So, you know, he created his own style or his own system of judo. Right through my childhood, I started at the age of 7, and right through the years. So, you know, we were never involved with the Japanese. And my father built an organization, and like any CEO, he became the head and he claimed the title of 10th Dan. And if you go to any Japanese, where did they get there from? They had to have an organization that built them up to grade them. And then they graded people authentically. 2017, I was graded to 9th Dan. I was graded by my father, 7th Dan judo, many years ago, and I was graded 3 years ago to 9th Dan in karate.
And then where does Sanaja come in all of this? And what does it stand for? Or is it your dad's business? Tell us more about Sanaja. I think it was called Sanaja?
Yes, it was South African National Amateur Judo Association, where the other one is SAJA, South African Judo Association. So my dad's one was called National. That was the one word difference. Okay, that came in much later, you know, in the 60s, I think. And we were a long time teaching all that time. And my dad, you know, had a family of 8 kids to provide for. So he thought only one way, I've got to earn money. So besides wrestling and that sort of thing, he started the gym and he started teaching people how to do judo, how to throw. So he created courses, you know. So many throws in this one, then you go into the next one, then counter throws. So he used to teach them individually, and he used his sons to do that. And he taught them randori as well, but he had his system. That was important for him because that created money for him. So that's how he started for many years. I started teaching with children at the age of 11. My dad, you know, you got you in the dojo and you had to work. There was no, you know, all his boys worked. My sisters worked, you know, they worked around. They had to earn their salt. And so that's how I got there. And I went right through, and only at the age of 22, I took a lineup of 10 people, 2nd of January 1959. 2nd of January 59. And Stan Schmidt was one of the 10 people that challenged me. They came into our championship and challenged me directly. So I took them on the floor, I put them all down, and Stan Schmidt and he came up to me afterwards and we had a chat. And then we decided, he had a little judo club as well in Orange Grove, and my dad had one in central Johannesburg, and I had a club in Hillbrow. Anyway, Stan and I got together, and then we got onto the idea of karate, and we found a book of Masayama, who does Kyokushinkai.
Make it happen and make it work. Yeah. Tell me more about your accolades, not just in karate, but in judo. What are your top accolades? What do you feel that you did very well? What are your accolades mainly?
Okay, you know, I won everything there was in South Africa. I fought 10 men, 15, 25, then the last one I fought was on the 10th of March 1961. I took on 51 men. And I've got that in black and white, and it took me 20 minutes in actual time till I put them down, but an hour in time. I did a lot of competitions. I fought all over Europe. We had a world championship in Denmark. I won a middleweight championship there. I was a lighter man then. And so I did a lot of competitions and a lot of confrontations with people that used to challenge me and all that sort of thing at the dojo. But I stopped all that, as I said, in the 70s. It's around 6:45 in the evening, or 6:45 in Japan. They're 7 hours ahead of South Africa. Okay, what they're doing now, they're shifting using hand and front leg, and then shifting again using hand and back leg. They're doing what they call the roundhouse kick. Direct punching and then a round kick. You can notice the speed of the hip. It enforces the block. It reinforces the block at the end of the movement. So thank you so very much for putting up with my inconvenience. And again, I look forward to the next session. God bless you all and have a wonderful Sunday. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
That's lovely, 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 lovely. Thank you very, very much, Norman, for your time. Do you have any final words to aspiring judo kids out there that want to go into judo or karate? Any final words that you would like to say to them? Any motivation words?
You know, I think judo, karate, martial arts, first of all, teach you to stand up for yourself. I believe that. Teach you to respect people, you know, and learn manners. And by doing this, you learn manners when you go home. How to handle yourself in your home, how to speak to your mother and father. Never get angry and do what you're told and follow the line. You know? Follow your instruction while you develop, and look up to your instructors that teach you. Give them your full attention and give yourself the full effort. It never matter how many times you put down, and get up and keep trying. Eventually you will win the day. You'll get your day in the sun. That's what I really believe. You know, dedication, good manners, respect. Don't talk badly about other people. And I believe martial arts give you that.
Of course, as you heard from Norman, it's not just on the mat, it's off the mat as well. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much, Norman. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Much appreciated.